All right, it is our first series of the Clearing the Decks, and today we're going to focus on, I'm going to focus particularly on my sock drawer, all my socks. It's a relatively manageable project, so whether you choose your socks or your underwear or whatever category, the idea here is to pick something that is not overwhelming, so not your whole closet and not your whole dresser, one drawer. Something you think you can manageably deal with in about 10 to 15 minutes that does not feel overwhelming to you. So the concept here is done is better than perfect, meaning we're trying to just clear up some space, get rid of stuff we don't use. It does not have to be perfect. I'm trying to work on this a lot myself, which is probably why I am teaching it. And so today we're going to talk through some really basic things to think about when clearing out really any kind of space. So let's get to it. Okay, so some of the questions to think about, some of them are coming out of this book, Essentialism, that I have talked about at the beginning of the series that we're going to rely on. Some are just, books I've read over time, like the Marie Kondo mindset of does it bring you joy, and just kind of like mindfulness practices. So the things to think about, if you can see my sock pile here, I've gathered up what I can find so far. Questions to ask yourself when you're thinking about socks, clothes, items in particular. With clothing, this tends to be particularly helpful. Do you love it? Do you wear them often? Is this something you are using in the near future, not an imagined future, but in a real near future? And the really key question here, especially dealing with something as just kind of mundane as socks, is if I did not own this item today, how much would I pay to acquire it right now? So if the answer is you wouldn't, that's probably a pretty good answer of what you should do with the socks. So when we are sorting things like clothes, there's usually a couple different categories. So for this assignment, obviously gather up your socks. You're going to need that. Secondly, just think about some piles, right? So you're going to have some orphaned socks, which I keep waiting for a partner to show up and it never does. So those are now just orphaned, right? I either can decide I'm going to recycle them, reuse them, trash them. That's in a go away pile. So you'll have a get rid of pile, whether that's recycle, reuse, or donate or whatever. A throwaway pile just needs to go in the trash, and the things you're actually keeping. So go ahead and go through your socks, gather them all up together. I've decided that I probably want to separate out my athletic wear socks from my other kind of socks. So go ahead and gather up all your socks and come back, or whatever you're doing. Okay, so now I have folded and sorted out all my socks. Here's what I have discovered. Let's take a look. Let's figure out how to do this. Learning how to use this newsstand. So I, in particular, decided to put all my athletic wear socks into one pile. These are all the socks that are not for workwear. Then I created a little bunch of socks that's work related that I wear. Some fun socks here, like the winter socks that come out on the cold days, and just the other ones. But what I have here is a very sad pile of orphans. These don't have any pairs. I have not been able to find their matches. They've been hanging around my drawer for a while. So at this point, you can take inventory of what you have, right? There's some socks that I just don't like. They fall down, they're uncomfortable. This also applies to if you're sorting out your underwear drawer or whatever else, bra drawer or whatever. I know for me with things like bras, for instance, there's a variety of them I just don't wear because they're either too uncomfortable or there's certain issues with them. Same thing with the socks. Ones that don't make you happy, that they're in your drawer, but you always seem to pass them over for some reason. As you touch each of the items, look at it and think about why you don't wear it or why you do. If you wear it all the time and it's comfortable and you enjoy it, that's easy. Put it in the keep pile and we'll figure out what to do with those in a second. The ones that you just pass over or need some work or have holes in them or whatever, determine whether you're going to repair them or just get rid of them. And then the orphans. What do we do with the orphans? So I am going to probably not... I could choose to pair maybe some of them together, or ones that feels like these are probably the same brand, just different colors if I really cared. But this is going to be something you're going to have to assess for yourself. Do you want to keep mismatched pairs together? Does it bother you or not? Or do you just want to get rid of them? So now we put them back in our drawer and figure out what we're going to do with the inventory we are keeping. Okay, so in terms of actually organizing your socks, I decided because of how my drawer space is, I decided where I keep my workout clothes. I thought this type of container would be great for my workout socks because I don't really care about, you know, I don't care about the color or style. I tend to grab one and go when I'm heading out to go work out. So those will all fit in there. And this thing fits in my dresser. So this is a good fit for my space. Now, this is a kind of container I tend to like for socks. They're clear. I think you can get them at Target or whatever. And you can stack your socks. Look at these ones my sister got me. That's her. But, I mean, I have lots of fun socks. I get lots of fun socks. So, but these you can sort of start lining up in this manner in these bins. And ideally, these bins just slide into a drawer, and that way the socks don't fall over and you can see everything you have as you go through them. This is very much the Marie Kondo style of arranging things. All my work socks, I have another one, are going to go in a drawer like this. So, okay, so that is sock organization day. So please, or whichever type of item you chose to tackle, please post a before and after, and also share with me any struggles you had as you did this, what questions came up, what challenges you faced. This will help me make sure that I'm providing content that is valuable to you all as you're playing this game along with me, and if this is actually useful or not. So happy organizing, and I will see you guys on Monday.